So this is a sprocket that matches the axle on the back of the Koofy cart, and but these teeth are 35, number 35 chain, and I'm using 420 chain. So I'm going to cut this out and use this as a spacer, and also use it as a pattern for drilling my other sprocket to match. Alright, let's finish it up on the lathe. Okay, we got it all turned down. Now we're just going to run it on the wire wheel a little bit and take the edges off, and I'll polish up both sides, and then we'll use it to mark our sprocket that we're going to use. Okay, here's my spacer disc all cleaned up, and I figured out where it's going to go on here. Thankfully, the inside diameters here are the same. So I just got to get it lined up exactly right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to punch one of these holes, because it's hard to hold this all together. I'm going to punch one of these holes using my drift punch. Get it lined up again. Now I bumped it with my hammer. Well, I'm not happy with that. I got to figure out something. Maybe I got a piece of pipe that would fit inside there. Hold on a second. Oh, you know what? Wouldn't this be dandy if... Nope, too big. I'm going to look around and see what I can find that'll fit exactly inside there. This is what fits perfectly. Look at that. This is input shaft seal, bush hog input shaft seal. I don't have the bush hog anymore, and this is the used one. So I guess I don't need to save this, but I'm glad I did, because it's going to work for this. So that now I can put this on here, punch it. Now we've got our plate. Let me see. Holes there and holes there. That line up very nicely. See that? So now let's bolt it on the axle, see how it looks in place. Okay, let's do it. We've got our differential out. Let's see if I can find the right set of holes here. Okay, let's put it on the cart, see how it looks. Well, there we are with the rear end all mocked up, and I do mean mocked up. I still have to put a keyway in the axle on what is now the drive side. Well, it'll be the drive side. Both sides will be driving going forward, but it'll have enough give to go around corners without scuffing. But anyway, I have to put a key slot in this axle on this side. I had already done it for the other side, but as it turned out, I had cut that axle too short. I got ahead of myself and not allowing enough clearance for my brakes and setup and so forth. So, and I just have my chain sitting on there. You can see I got these wire ties and stuff. I will have to disconnect it and get it lined up perfectly straight. I think I had said in one of my other videos that I'm going to have to adjust this. This is a little bit out of square from the frame, which is out of square from the back end. 1 9/16 is the measurement here, 1 11/16 here, which means I'm an 1/8 of an inch out of square. Well, no, yes, that's 1/8 of an inch, but to make it even, I would take 1/16 off of this side, and that would bring this up to 10 and drop this one down to 10. So while we're at 1/8 of an inch out of square, the way to get it back up is to take half of that, which is 1/16 of an inch. So I've got to do that. I think I could do that by making some adjustments on my pillow blocks. The outside one here, the bracket is welded, but these are not welded. So I think I can make an adjustment, and maybe if I have to, I can put a stop bolt right down in here to push this back and keep it from pulling forward. You would have thought it would have kicked back that way more, just because of the pull of the chain and the power of the drive line. But that's another thing to overcome. So I'll be cutting off this axle once I make sure that it's exactly where it has to be. This one here, I've got to slide it in a little bit more. I've got a burr in here, I guess, that I need to clean up because I can't get the wheels to go all the way on. So that'll have to be cut a little bit. And then this sleeve, this axle comes in halfway, and this axle comes in halfway. So we're going to end up having to, I can't just weld this in on both sides. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this side solid, and then we're going to put a pin on this side, probably like a grade 8 bolt that I'm going to screw all the way through. Either that, or maybe I can somehow get inside of this and broach it so I can put a keyway inside of this sleeve here. Or maybe I can find a sleeve that's already got a keyway in it. At any rate, somehow I've got to be able to make it so it could come apart, because I can't go far enough that way even with taking out all of the pillow blocks and all that stuff to get this to come out all the way. If I have it hooked on here the way it is now, I can slide this back and I got enough room I can kick the whole thing out. So always more things to do, you know. So that's where we're at now. Our hydraulic brakes are pretty well set up. I've got to finish my linkage. I'm modifying it a little bit to make it better. Got the sleeve to go inside here. There was too much slop in it. And so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to hook this all together again, but we're going to make it so it's nice and solid. And then we'll get it bled out and we'll test our brakes after the chain and all that stuff is in. Once we get the back end fully assembled again. You saw me cleaning this. I've got to finish cleaning this off and then I'm going to paint that. Probably red, just because that's what most everything else is. Maybe not, we'll see. But we've got it on there. We got our sleeve in there that we made out of the original sprocket that fits this axle differential. Made it into a spacer block, and it also helps to keep everything tidied up back here. So until next time, this is George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, saying thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, thumbs up, sharing. Oh, all them good things. And probably next time, I'm going to work on that, and we've got to get back on the steering again. Hope you all are having good weather where you are. It was supposed to make it up into the 60s today, but it didn't quite make it. And it's dark out. This is Friday. Saturday, Sunday becomes daylight savings time. Woohoo! We'll get another hour every day of daylight. Thanks for watching. Bye now.